Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm FCA and today we are going to talk about YouTuber merch purchases. YouTube has been my life for a very long time, and YouTubers don't get the credit for the jobs that they created. Like YouTube, not only for people in front of the camera, but when those people get really big and they start having multiple editors, writers, they open their own businesses and therefore they have to have people who run that side of things too. So we should give credit where credit is due. And I am one of the people who I don't mind showing support to a YouTuber, but it's got to be something I want and it's got to be something I'm going to use. If I had more disposable income, I would just give to the loads. But here are some purchases that I have made for YouTube content creators, like the things that merch purchases. So the first merch I'm going to talk about is the Makeup X Emily Noel, because collabs count for me, because even though the content creator isn't the business owner, the product doesn't happen without the content creator. Yes, yes. So Emily Noel with Makeup Revolution, which is an affordable makeup brand, collabed a few years ago, and she made the Needs and the Wants palette. The Wants was a big eyeshadow palette, and the Needs were what she considered things that you really needed, and she got to name all of the products. So there was like peace, love, joy, kindness, things people need. Emily Noel, or Emily Noel 83, is a makeup YouTuber here on the platform, and everyone I'm going to talk about is inspirational and makes me feel good, because that's where I want to put my time and energy. And she's so honest and genuine, and she is the least, or one of the least controversial, toxic makeup gurus on the platform. In fact, the only reason she had any controversy was because of the real problem of the makeup community, Tati Westbrook. Not here or there. I loved the Needs palette. The products were all really good. I loved the name. I loved how the packaging looked. And she was so happy about it. And yeah, it was the first and only time. She is very much known for, I'm not sponsored. If companies choose to send me products, that's on them. And like, she has ripped some companies apart for their makeup products. Like even big companies. A few years ago with Tarte, during one of their holiday collections, she was like, yeah, this makeup all sucks. And that's what I loved about it. So I used it up, and again, it was a while back, but I will insert a picture here. But yeah, seriously, if you want a feel-good, touching, real, genuine person, check out Emily Noel. Absolute inspiration. She's the one who inspired me to do like a gratitude journal, and has just made me feel, if I need to feel good, like my day was bad, I watch Emily Noel to feel better. That's what you need in your life. Next, I am going to talk about, sorry, I'm getting teary-eyed. Next, I'm going to talk about Rosanna Pansino. She has another cookbook out now, but this is the Nerdy Nummies cookbook. Her channel was never called Nerdy Nummies. I learned that in one of her Q&As a while back. But yeah, she's Rosanna Pansino. She's a baker. And again, she's so inspirational with her stuff. She was like, you know what? I always wanted to sing Phantom of the Opera. I always wanted to do singing. She wanted to do acting. And she had an agent who said, well, you can't do YouTube and acting. So she dropped the agent. And then she ended up acting in, what was it? Matt Pat's Strangers in the Night, or whatever it was called, original. And she got to be on the Disney Channel. She's got to sing and make so many original songs. But yeah, her basic recipes, like the pound cake, the vanilla white cake, you can actually see like it has stuff all over it because I use it so much. That particular recipe, fantastic. I have not been let down by any of the products that I bought. So before I make a product, I'm like, do I just casually watch you, or do I like invest time into you, kind of a thing. I do have a couple of shirts. Everybody on the planet has a shirt, which makes sense. I just do not have room in my drawer for every merch shirt available. But this is from Ill Will Press, which is known for Foamy the Squirrel. There's a whole bunch of other characters. But Ill Will Press is one guy who does it all. His drawings are, I love his viewpoints. He's a little less family friendly, but you got Foamy the Squirrel, who yells at you about everything. He says everybody sucks all the time, and then it lists the reasons why, and the best one of all is because they're not squirrels. I believe you can buy these because Ill Will Press has a shop, but I believe all of their shirts are through Design Tees. Again, I will link everything below. I might not say everything directly. And sometimes you buy merch just because of the limited nature of it. And when Crank Gameplays, or Ethan Nestor, and Markiplier, Mark Fishbach, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your names, they did a 1 year, they were going to delete it. It was super popular, Unis Honest, which was 1 year of them doing anything they wanted and kind of not caring about terms of service. And it was kind of a thing poking at YouTube for how they pick and choose who rules apply and don't apply for and stuff like that. And so they were kind of just sticking it to them. It's like, go ahead and delete a video. Demonetize it. We're deleting the whole channel after a year. And so there you got a time-stamped shirt here. And I bought, because Ethan was white, Markiplier was always in black, for their Unis Honest characters, or characters, personalities, whatever you want to call it. So when they had all kinds of t-shirt designs and shirt designs, but each one was only available like for that month or that point of time. And I also bought a mask, but I don't know where the mask went to, because it just got put away somewhere. Don't know where that is. It came with the shirt. And then I also got this Unis Honest shirt, just the white long sleeve shirt. And again, it says like the timestamp of when it got made. And it was super limited edition because like each one was only available for, I think it was either that month once they started doing it, or a short amount of time, and then it was never to be returned because the channel was never to return. So there is that. The YouTuber Markiplier, as I mentioned before, also just has his own main channel, and he came out with Markiplier in Space, which was a huge thing. And so I got a mug. I do love a mug. And it says, I destroyed the universe, and all I got was this stupid mug. If you don't know the reference and don't understand the little phrase, you should check out Markiplier in Space. If you somehow haven't, like you don't know what that is. It will be linked below. Again, everything. I'm going to spend so much time on that description box, humans. Believe you me. That's a dumb phrase, but I say it a lot. The next YouTuber I have bought the most things from is let me pause that thought. With Markiplier, I think that he is inspirational because I think that he was one of, if not the first real gamer who brought gaming to the YouTube platform as a monetary status. He's one of the pioneers, I think, of making YouTube a business, monetizing it. And, he went against his whole family's wishes. That when he started, YouTube was newer. It was only a few years old, and it certainly wasn't a job. And he was one of the people who helped turn it into a job. Excuse me, I just gulped like a gallon of water. I was thirsty. And yeah, I don't really buy the underwear, but I'll buy your mugs. The next YouTuber I'm going to talk about who I bought the most stuff from is Mariah Elizabeth. My little cousins a couple years ago introduced Mariah Elizabeth to my YouTube channel, and she has been subscribed to ever since. Mariah Elizabeth is a physical artist who does a lot of painting, drawing. She's most known for her squishy recreations, but she has shown that art doesn't have to be pretentious. She has a whole series of like arts and crafts anybody can do when they're feeling bored, and she has her style is so free and it's cute, and I love it. I love that every time she makes something, there's a story behind it. I love the story behind it. So the first product I'm going to mention, I don't physically have because it's in storage. It's a Christmas shirt. It's a blue waffle style shirt that has a whole bunch of her original characters decorating a Christmas tree. This I had a lot more easy access to. I bought the winter hat. These are some of her original squishy creations. And she's known for her rainbows. Girl loves a rainbow. And I don't hate her for it. Some people are like, why do you do everything rainbow? 'Cause it's cute. That's why. Love it. I also bought, this just came in recently. This is her original deck of cards. And each card has a different character on it. And each of the sets actually have like a theme to them. You can watch her make the cards before she mass-produced them or made them a big product thing. Again, link everything below. I also bought Georgie. This is the pineapple duck Georgie, and he's a plushie. I also wanted the Shelly, the grumpy cat plushie, but in the midst of the process, my credit card had gotten stolen, and my debit card had gotten stolen, so I had to cancel it, and because they were limited edition, the whole thing got canceled, and it was a disaster. Yay, us. But I do love Georgie. He's so cute. He's a pineapple duck. Georgie's a pineapple duck. And she drew and designed Georgie. Then the other thing I bought from her again, Mariah Elizabeth, is, she started so young, doing something some people might consider childish, but she was just like, you know what, I'm going to stick with what I love, stick with what I enjoy, and I will make a living off of truly doing what I love, and we love her for it. This is Create That Book. This is a book that Mariah Elizabeth, as you can see, published, and it's a prompt book. And it tells you, hey, do certain things on each page. And yeah. It's a good book. If you're like, I want to do something artsy, but I can't commit to an idea, a prompt book is a great thing. Absolute love. Then my newest purchases of merch purchases is also somebody who I just started following last year. And I didn't realize until last year when Depp v. Heard happened that I'm a law nerd. I love watching videos about legal cases. I like reading and going over legal documents. And Emily D. Baker, the Emily's got it. Okay? But this is Emily. Oh, here it is. I'm going up to the microphone. We are professionals here too, Miss Baker. Mrs. Baker. Alright. Nah. Anyway, Emily D. Baker did a collab with Gerard Cosmetics, and this is the packaging of just one of her combined lip products. She made 3 lip glosses. She's a streamer here on YouTube. She has a podcast called The Emily Podcast, where she goes over popular legal documents. She also enjoys a cursey word. But let's talk about the product. This thing over here. I needed a moment to collect myself. This is what a Gerard Cosmetics lip gloss usually looks like. I haven't peeled this off yet, but there is a mirror. And the coolest thing about Gerard Cosmetic lip glosses, are you ready for this? There's a light. So this color, it looks very purpley here, but it's quite fuchsia-y in real life. So if you're like afraid of it being super purple, it's not super purple once it's dispersed on your lips, but it has a light. This is the color Hearsay, which is the purple fuchsia color. And there's a limited edition box set. I don't know if that's going to be up when I put this up, but there is that. And the other thing I got was the limited edition Valentine's Law Nerd thing. Emily D. Baker is an inspiration because she changed jobs when she was in her early 40s, and she's neurodivergent. She had ADHD. She has ADHD, and she became a lawyer, and she's great legal analyst. She can explain stuff, and she's so fun. She is, again, a feel-good person. In her space, it's okay to cuss, but it's not okay to use ad hominem attacks. So you can say, wow, that's kind of a dumb thing to do, don't you think? But you're not allowed to, in her chat rooms, you're not allowed to diagnose, you're not allowed to, just straight up name call and stuff in her chat. You can say a negative opinion without name calling, and it makes it a good space to be. You don't go after each other. You can be like, that person has made some poor choices in their life. And you can say stuff like that without, insert rude name here. She's like, we don't need to name call. We can go, wow, you're not nice, with being kind ourselves. You can be a respectful person without respecting the other person. And so her space is a nice space to be. She's a commentator. Like, we'll be watching trials and someone will have the nerve to super chat her. Like, can you stop talking? No, the rest of us want her to talk. Why don't you go somewhere else? We want the talking. We want the Emily words. We want her to keep reading. And yes, I will link to her below. I'm so inspired by all the people who were like, you know what I can do? Anything. And yeah, and I support those people with my money. So I hope that you all have a good rest of your day. I know this video was a little longer, but there was a lot of bad happen. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!